So let's talk about some injuries.
So, of course, we talked about last week with the injury bug with Aaron Judge. Well, It's came out this week exactly what's been nagging him and his discomfort so far in spring training. It is a stress fracture of his first right rib.
Yep, and he definitely said surgery is an option. They're going to reassess in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So we're going to know more maybe at the end of next week or sometime this week if we're lucky.
What they're saying is they'll probably do a CT scan around March 20th, and, of course, surgery is an option. But the thing that makes, confuses me that apparently this injury could date back all the way to September 18th.
Another
when
one.
He made a dove in the right field to make a catch.
So he made a diving catch and he got injured, but they didn't look into it.
Like he got a little hurt, but no one thought about, I guess, scanning his ribs and see if he had a little fracture or anything.
Look, I know the Yankees have a lot of good players, but a player this high profile, you need to take care of. You need to make sure he's okay. Just the same thing with Severino. I mean, you guys, if you're injured and near the off season, let's go ahead and get this looked at now so we can address it and you can play this season. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what they're thinking.
Especially if that was nagging you through the playoffs and everything, because you're going to feel that regardless. And this whole offseason, I'm sorry.
Yeah, if it's
the first month of the offseason might look, something's still not right. We need to go get scanned something. But you still hasn't really participated in anything spring training. And then, let's go and do a CT scan, see if we find anything. And, oh, look, there's a little fracture. Or possibly where we're removing your first rib.
Right. That's crazy.
That is crazy for me. So.
All right, well. Moving on from Aaron Judge, we have some more news, and this has to do with one of the best pitchers in the game.
Yeah, this one could possibly hurt the Astros.
More than they're already hurt now.
So Verlander has been shut down as of this past weekend.
He's been diagnosed with a lat strain.
Yeah. So he said it's a mild lat strain. There's no timetable to return, but he'll most likely will start the season on the injured list. He had the same injury back in 2015, but he said this feels much better than what it did then.
How much time did he lose then?
Then he missed 2 months.
2 months.
With that injury back in 2015. So if it's less, best luck, I'll say a month. So he might miss 2 or 3 starts in the regular season.
That wouldn't be bad. That'd be best case scenario.
Yeah,
best case scenario, he doesn't miss any time. But we're under the assumption that this is newsworthy, therefore he's going to miss some time.
Yeah, especially when you shut him down, right during the game, something don't feel right, shut him down.
Yeah, well, I mean, with Verlander, I know he's getting a little older, but he is definitely the guy on your team to go to. So you shut him down if he's not feeling anything wrong with him. You got to shut him down.
So if we miss a month or 2 months, now no Cole there, and now Verlander, now Greinke becomes the ace technically,
which he can be. Greinke can take over the team.
Yeah, but definitely he's better of a 2 or 3 spot.
Yeah, I mean,
what he was.
And you're counting on these innings and these games from Verlander. You can't replace him that easily.
It's not
because we're counting for Verlander and Greinke, not just Greinke.
Yeah. So we'll definitely have to watch that and see what happens probably in another week or so if they get any information, if he feels better. But most likely he'll at least miss opening day for sure. So, and then the other one, this is little, I don't know what we can say about this one.
This one's crazy. I mean, it's Trey Mancini of the Orioles.
Yeah.
He has some kind of injury.
So apparently he's been dealing with a flu-like symptoms all week, and next day he left the facility. And a lot of people saying, hope for a speedy recovery. Apparently, he's going to miss some time after a non-baseball medical procedure.
Right, and we don't have any clarification on his health status, and this situation has people worried.
Yeah.
Which has me worried because I like Trey Mancini personally, and I don't know what's going on. It's not a baseball injury, so I'm just trying to wrap my head around what it could be.
Yeah. He went on Twitter and said, once there's more clarity, I will sure keep everyone updated over the next few days. I look forward to getting healthy recovery and being back on the field soon. So I just wonder if there was a scare or something.
I'm wondering what it is myself.
Yeah, this is supposed to be ultimately the guy for the Orioles because he probably should have been an all-star last year.
Agreed.
And this is now the kind of the face of the Orioles. Now you lose him for who knows how long. Yes, it's going to give some of the younger guys probably a chance right out the gate now to get maybe some playing time, but still a little scary situation.
Big blow to the Orioles.
No one's talking about it.
Exactly. Well, no one's talking about it, and yet they are talking about it.
Yeah. When you're I hope he gets well soon. I really it's kind of scary situation. Whoa.
Yeah, how severe is this? What kind of issues he got going on? It makes you wonder.
Yeah, definitely. So
if we hear more on it, we'll definitely let you guys know.
Yeah, so hopefully it's nothing too serious, and we get him back sometime this year. So another one is Chris Sale.
Chris Sale.
So he has a flexor strain, which will be evaluated in another 10 to 14 days. But they're saying right now there's no surgery needed.
Yeah, so he's been officially diagnosed with the elbow strain.
Yeah.
He does admit that Tommy John surgery is on the table if his symptoms return.
I think in that 10, 14 days, they try to maybe stretch him, do some light pitching, evaluate it. Then he might, it's where it's like, okay, it's technically still spring training, do the surgery, you're out for the year, and hopefully you come back next year.
And I think we'll find out sooner rather than later because he will be pitching soon to see what's going on, see how he feels.
Yeah. So the biggest thing is this is his first year of his extension that he signed with the Red Sox. So he's put for that 5-year, $145 million deal.
Yeah, it's a big blow. He got to be out there.
So technically he would make $30 million this year, but of course $10 million is deferred, like we said a little bit earlier. So he was supposed to make $20 million this year. So, but he's also coming off his worst season yet last year.
Do you think it could have anything to do?
I wonder
with this?
if he tried to play through it
right
to the end. Because he was getting lit up. His fastball was way down.
And this, I mean,
he was getting a lot of home runs hit off him last season.
And athletes are definitely known to play through these injuries. Like, I know this isn't baseball related, but when me and Alan, we play fantasy football, and I've been saying for years, I was like, man, Cam Newton looks like he's playing hurt, or Andrew Luck looks like he's playing hurt. I don't know what's going on, but they're not playing right. And guess what? They ended up at the end of it. They are hurt, and they're going through something. So I wouldn't put it past Chris Sale to play hurt,
especially when the season before where he signed his extension, his ERA was a 2.1. Last year he finished with a 4.4 with a 6-11 record and 25 games pitched.
And that's on the Astros team?
No, that was the Red Sox.
Oh, Red Sox. Oh, yeah, the Red Sox.
That's what I'm like, wow, like your worst year, and now there's a possibility of Tommy John. Like there's something that's not lining up with me.
Yeah,
like,
so I mean,
that where it was a light strain, and they should have maybe do an innings limit, watched him, and something happened.
Yeah, we hope the best for him, but this situation is not looking good as of right now. We'll see what happens in the near future.
Yeah, so
all right,
it's kind of really it I got for injury news.
Okay,
besides Mets